High School aims to give each and every graduating senior help on achieving their post-high school goals. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Monday. It's 5:59. We're not robots.
We sometimes off camera do use like a robot voice to like communicate with each other.
Well, we do. It's something we do. So yes, we do that. But
Yes.
we're here. We're warm-blooded. At least let's see. Oh yeah, we both are warm-blooded. And again, welcome to Monday.
Yes.
You were busy this weekend.
Very, very busy this weekend. How was your weekend?
It was all right. Just watched a bit of football and got out and did some. I walked around the neighborhood a lot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, gotta get some exercise. And it is that time of the year where if you don't watch it, you can gain some pounds. So just got to keep an eye on that. Let's take a look outside. And folks, we have a very calm day today, but that also means foggy conditions. And we do have a dense fog advisory for Kittitas, the Blue Mountain region, and for Hermiston. And you can see why. We have 20% visibility. Ellensburg, Prosser, 10% visibility now for Walla Walla. So give yourself some extra time this morning, especially if you're headed into the mountains. There is going to be some foggy conditions. Also, our highs were right around our average. We're in the lower 40s, mid to lower 40s for all of our areas. So very calm, light winds. I do expect to see fog to continue this week, and I do expect to see some air quality issues as well. So if you are susceptible to air quality issues, do take care and all the steps you have to take. So cloudy and calm. If there isn't fog, there will be clouds. AM fog so far, dry and foggy weekend ahead, or week ahead, possibly weekend. All of your full forecast that's coming up, but for right now, I'm going to send it back to Riley.
Governor Inslee visited the Tri-Cities Friday, and one of the main focuses of that visit was clean energy development. The governor has made this a focus of his time in politics in recent years, saying the entire economy of central and eastern Washington is changing.
What is happening in central Washington right now is a total transition from a rural-based economy and power-based in Tri-Cities to a high-tech manufacturing center. I could not be more excited. The transition that's going on in central Washington and eastern Washington right now is profound. We are developing the highest tech economy, perhaps in the world, of an industrial base of clean energy systems.
We've spoken about this energy transition before, with battery factories being built in Grant County and the proposed wind farm in Benton County. Governor Inslee wrapped up his visit at the WSU Tri-Cities campus for an update on research to make jet fuel more environmentally friendly. Officials say part of what they're doing is using advanced lab capabilities at WSU Tri-Cities to test ideas that other researchers have come up with.
We've worked with roughly 36 institutions and received over 200 samples on many different ways to make sustainable aviation fuel, using everything from CO2, carbon dioxide, sewage sludge, waste sources to develop SAF technologies. Seeing this energy transition and being a part of it and contributing to it is pretty exciting.
The hope is this type of fuel can be used in planes that we already have, rather than having to create completely new aircraft that is powered by something like electricity or hydrogen. Research into electric and hydrogen-powered aircraft is also taking place here in Washington, but it's expected to take a lot longer until those new aircraft are practical for routine travel. WSU officials say the United States already creates millions of gallons of sustainable aviation fuel each year, with the hope of ramping up production over the next decade to create billions of gallons of SAF every year by 2030. About a dozen men who were placed in foster care as boys in the 70s and 80s have settled with the state of Washington for millions of dollars. They were sent to a group home in Pend Oreille County called J. Bar D Ranch, where boys were abused, raped, and tortured by staff members and sometimes each other. The whistleblower who finally got someone to hear the cries for help was one man, John Secker, who was sent to the ranch at 12 years old and was put through hell.
For years, especially right when I first got out of the system, I would go to bed crying at night that I was still alive, and wishing God and praying God would take me in my sleep, praying for cancer, praying for AIDS, praying for those type of things so I could just be done. And then waking up in the morning and crying because I saw I was alive.
A risk John took when he was 15 years old helped shut down J-Bar D Ranch, and all these years later, it's helped making the state pay for the abuse he and so many others endured. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office is still on the hunt for an attacker they say assaulted a woman in East Wenatchee. Initially reported missing early Wednesday morning, the woman's SUV was found in the Apple Capitol Loop Trail parking lot near Empire Avenue. The Sheriff's Office was able to locate her and released the description of her possible attacker. The Sheriff's Office says the man was wearing dark clothes along with blue gloves and a balaclava or ski mask that covered most of his face. Detectives say they have evidence of an assault as well. The Sheriff's Office says they want everyone to be cautious on the trails, and if anyone has any information about the assault, to call the Chelan County Sheriff's Office. This year, Hanford High School created a new approach to connect with every senior before winter break to find out their plans for post-high school life. The Falcon Flight Planning brings in people from the district and the school to share information that helps students navigate the options they're considering. I went to Hanford High School campus Friday to hear about the event that's all about the seniors.
So tell me more. What are you thinking?
Each Hanford High School senior on campus walked into the Career Center Friday to talk about their plans for the future. The conversations were just 10 minutes long, but gave them time to do some reflection and goal setting. Brian Seitz, Hanford's Career Center specialist, says whatever the student's plan is, they want to help lead them right there.
Some are going to go to college, some are going to do apprenticeships, some are going to do military, some are going to go to work. And so we just want to have conversations early in the year so that we can kind of help them figure out what that plan is and help them take steps towards it.
My main thing that I want to do is do art. So I was mostly trying to get information on how to get started in like the art field, whether it's like a specific school I should go to or like apprenticeship.
If the students have an interest in college, the military, trades, or the workforce, those mentors were there to have those conversations, answer questions, and point students in the direction of additional resources.
And I think they're all very helpful, and I feel like I get the feeling that they really care about everyone in their personal future, because everyone is different in what they want to do after school.
Whether they had questions about applying for financial aid, scholarships, meeting with recruiters, or learning where to find apprenticeships, that's what they were brought in to learn more about.
I plan to pursue mechanical engineering somewhere in the Pacific Northwest.
So let's talk engineering for a bit, shall we? Okay.
Some students might not know where to go about FAFSA or scholarship information or how to start those conversations.
I learned a lot about the resources I can grab for grabbing scholarships and the financial aid in FAFSA and WASFA.
Regardless of their plans or how far along they were in the process, the Career Center wants to be there to make sure everyone is ready.
But yeah, every senior, we just want to be sure we kind of don't let anyone fall between the cracks, and we have a conversation about their future with them.
I think it's a great opportunity for them to learn a lot about what they can do for their future, and just a lot of people just don't have a plan, and it helps a lot with this. I think it's great that we're doing it.
This is a jump start on those big, exciting plans. In Richland, Riley Fitzgerald, Apple Valley News Now. Because this is the first year this program is happening, the students were able to give feedback on what they thought about the Falcon Flight planning process and how it can improve in its second year. STCU and Apple Valley News Now want your help in finding community volunteers in Benton and Franklin counties who go that extra step to help us all. Please nominate someone like this by clicking on the contest tab at applevalleynewsnow.com. From your nominations, we choose volunteers to profile, and STCU awards his or her organization a $1,000 donation. Thank you, and a big thanks to all volunteers who help make our community stronger, and to STCU. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Good Monday morning, everyone. And folks, we are looking at foggy conditions this morning. Let me get you ready for your Monday and your week ahead. My first alert weather forecast coming up.
Plus, the Texas Supreme Court is blocking an emergency abortion order for a Texas woman claiming there wasn't sufficient evidence of immediate and irreparable injury.
Looking for Santa Claus? He's here with us at Queensgate Gardens. Visit us today for your best selection of Christmas trees and wreaths. For this season's holiday cheer, bring your family and find the perfect tree. Customize your own wreath and pick out locally grown poinsettia. Visit us at Queensgate Garden today.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Whether you celebrate mistletoe magic in a Cadillac XT5, festive gatherings in a Cadillac XT4, or reinventing traditions in a Cadillac XT6. This holiday season, Cadillac is celebrating you.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months plus $2,000 purchase allowance on a 2024 XT5 and XT6 when you finance through Cadillac Financial.
Get ready to have a blast with 2 back-to-back episodes of the wildest displays in the galaxy.
It's out of this world!
The Great Christmas Light Fight, Tuesday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Now get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months or save up to $3,000 on the 2023 Nissan Rogue. Better hurry. These offers won't be back in stock.
From Washington Broadband, where we construct high-speed internet, fiber, cable, and wireless all year round. From us to you,
Merry Christmas! Feliz Navidad!
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back on this Monday morning. Well, turning to the state of Texas and a pregnant mother's legal fight for an emergency abortion. The state Supreme Court is temporarily halting a lower court's ruling that approved the procedure. The Texas Attorney General is disputing the woman's claim that carrying to term could endanger her health and that her fetus has little chance of survival. ABC's Justin Finch has more.
This morning, 31-year-old Kate Cox awaiting an answer from the Texas Supreme Court.
There's no outcome here, that results in us taking home a healthy baby girl.
The 20 weeks pregnant Dallas mother of 2 filing suit for an emergency abortion in one of the most restrictive abortion states in the nation. She says her doctors told her that her fetus has a severe condition called trisomy 18 and is unlikely to survive. Cox saying those doctors warn continuing to carry the pregnancy could also jeopardize her health.
Time is of the essence. The clock is ticking. Every day that goes by, the risks to her health and life and future fertility increase.
Outside the Texas Supreme Courthouse, protesters supporting Cox, rallying after the all-Republican court paused the lower court's ruling approving Cox's emergency abortion request. The state's top prosecutor appealing to the higher court to intervene.
Plaintiffs have not shown that they will suffer an immediate and irreparable injury.
In a court filing, Attorney General Ken Paxton writing Cox's fetal condition does not meet the medical exception in the state's law banning abortions except if the woman's life is at risk or if it prevents irreversible damage to major bodily function. Paxton also threatening any doctor or hospital, saying that they would face legal consequences if they helped her terminate her pregnancy. Texas is one of 21 states enforcing abortion restrictions since Roe v. Wade was overturned last year. The Cox case and another from Kentucky now among the first cases of pregnant women seeking court orders for abortions since Roe.
And speaking of that case from Kentucky, in Louisville, a pregnant Jane Doe plaintiff seeking an abortion filing a class action lawsuit arguing Kentucky's near total abortion ban violates rights under the state's constitution. Coming up, former President Trump canceled his plans to testify at his civil fraud trial today, while the former president currently leads President Biden in the polls. And I'll return with your first alert weather forecast. That is coming up next on Good Morning Northwest. Let me get you ready for your Monday. Stick with us.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. Order Hubby's Pizza tonight and get a large 16-inch pepperoni pizza for just $15.99. Mouth-watering yumminess. The perfect fresh dough and toppings for a quick and easy dinner. Dine in or carry out. Come acquire the Hubby's habit, your hometown favorite for nearly 45 years.
Enjoy nature with McBee Mountain being a short hike away, and return to Anilari, where every sip of wine showcases Washington's beautiful terroir. Try one of Anilari's house-made pizzas where creativity and unique flavors change seasonally to pair with their delicious full-bodied wines. Take in the views of Red Mountain and experience the true meaning of farm to table, showcasing the fruit of the land and their efforts. Make your reservation to visit Anilari Winery today.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with Spectrum Internet, delivering fast and reliable speeds, advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security on your devices, Spectrum Mobile with unlimited talk, text, and data, and now TV with the all-new Zumo Stream Box. Get Spectrum One Stream with Internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited Spectrum Mobile line, and the Zumo Stream Box, free when you add Spectrum TV. Call 833-976-4999. With Spectrum and Zumo, all your favorites are brought together in one place. Use the voice remote to search across live TV, on-demand movies and shows, and the most popular streaming apps to watch what you want faster and easier than ever. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
It's a small city with a big history, with one very unique house.
They're local artists, and they have transformed their home into an amazing reflector art display.
Ellensburg, Fly the Northwest, Tuesday on Cat KVU Local News at 6.
Monday on Live, Mark is here.
I am?
We meet Mark Wahlberg from The Family Plan. Plus, Jeffrey Wright.
There's so many of my favorites here.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Pretty calm morning this morning. We're almost seeing a little bit of our first light for the morning. And I was talking earlier, sunrise around 7:30 this morning. Luckily, the winter solstice is next week, so we'll finally get more sunshine as we move along instead of less. So we are looking at our radar. We've had a scant bit of shower activity in the Blue Mountain region. That is dissipating, and as we move along in the next couple of days, look at this. We are looking at dry conditions, but cloudy conditions, and we also are going to be dealing with fog for many of these days as well. So you're going to be seeing fog or cloud coverage, maybe a little less cloud coverage for our Wednesday, but we have light winds on the way, and we also have dense fog advisory. That's good till noon. That's for Kittitas along the Blue Mountain region and for Hermiston. So quite a bit of fog out there this morning, and it's continuing. Now, Prosser, you have improved from 20% visibility to 10 perfect visibility, but right now in Walla Walla, we have less than a mile of visibility. 20% visibility in Ellensburg. Give yourself some extra time, especially if you're traveling through the mountains, but get used to it. Fog is going to be a part of our week ahead. Now, air quality staying in the good zone, but I do expect to see worsening air quality as we see the air just stagnate as we move along in our next few days. Speaking of which, wind speeds are light, maybe just a hint of wind as we're moving along in between Hermiston and Pendleton, but not much wind, and that wind is going to be staying light. So that means stagnant air and that also means good opportunities for fog to pop up. So for the week ahead, even into our weekend, expect to see much of the same that we're seeing today. So we're kind of in a holding pattern. Right now, we are above the freezing level across the board. Our cool spot, 33 in Ellensburg. So staying relatively warm, but we're going to be dipping below the freezing mark, especially as we get to the latter part of our work week. So frosty conditions and possibly some freezing fog advisories will be a part of it. We're right around our average, kind of the epitome. Look at that, not much change. We're going to be, for all of our areas, in the lower 40s to upper 30s for the week ahead. So not much of a variance in our days. It is staying dry, that is the good news, but the fog and again, air quality could create some issues. So our highs today, again, as I said, mid to lower 40s across the board, and that pertains to the Mid-Columbia as well. And our hot spot, 45 for Pendleton, 42 for Walla Walla. 7-day forecast, and as we move along in our week, again, cloudy conditions or foggy conditions are expected, and we're in the lower 40s for the week ahead for the Yakima region. And again, overnight lows slowly starting to cool down into our weekend, but staying dry. In the Tri-Cities area, lower 40s pretty much for the week ahead. Overnight lows right around that freezing mark, especially as we get to Tuesday. And for Walla Walla, same story. My goodness. So not much of a variance really between from Ellensburg to Walla Walla for the week ahead. We're going to be in the lower 40s to upper 30s. We're going to be seeing light winds, foggy conditions quite often. Right now we have that dense fog advisory for Ellensburg, the Blues, and Hermiston. Give yourself some extra time if you run into that fog.
Now to the race for president and the countdown to the Iowa caucuses less than 5 weeks away. This morning, the frontrunner is making news for what he won't be doing today. Here's ABC's Allison Kosick.
This morning, a reversal from former President Trump, abruptly canceling plans to testify at his civil fraud trial today, citing, among other things, the alleged bias of the judge. Trump now saying he has nothing more to say. At a fundraiser over the weekend, he addressed his previous comment that if reelected, he wants to be a dictator, if only for one day.
And you know why I wanted to be a dictator? Because I want a wall, right? I want a wall, and I want to drill, drill, drill.
A new Wall Street Journal poll shows Trump not just dominating other primary candidates, but in a hypothetical matchup, he also beats President Biden 47 to 43%. Polling shows Biden would lose to former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley by an even wider margin than Trump. Haley, speaking to ABC's Lindsay Davis, addressed whether Trump is fit to be president given his legal troubles.
I think he's fit to be president. It's should he be president. I don't think he should be president. You know, I thought he was the right president at the right time. I agreed with a lot of his policies. The problem is, you see our country is in disarray. Our world is on fire. And you can't defeat Democrat chaos with Republican chaos. And Donald Trump brings us chaos.
With the Iowa caucuses just over a month away, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is staking his claim as the conservative in the race.
You have Donald Trump, who's obviously moved left, is not even really putting in the work to earn people's votes. And then you have Nikki Haley, who's appealing to even very liberal Democrat donors.
Yes! Businessman Vivek Ramaswamy, who is 38, is touting his support among younger voters, showing off his energy with a push-up challenge. Allison Kosick, ABC News, New York.
The Justice Department is answering back and says former President Donald Trump's election interference trial should proceed as scheduled. Lawyers for Trump filed a motion last week to delay the start of the trial after Judge Tanya Chutkan ruled the former president is not immune from prosecution. Trump's lawyers have appealed the ruling and say the election interference case should not go forward until the appeal is heard. But the Justice Department filed its own motion on Sunday, saying the only issues related to the appeal should be paused, and the court can move forward on other motions. The election interference case is set to begin March 4th of next year. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, the Seattle Seahawks attempted to put a stop to their 3-game losing streak on the road against San Francisco yesterday. We'll have the highlights coming up next.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now, through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Whitman Hill Winery, creating highly sought-after wines from our estate-grown vineyard. Our wine club is the gift that gives all year long. With wine shipped to your door, complimentary tastings, invites to special events, and more. Whitman Hill Wine Club. Join the family and watch us grow.
Feel sad or down most winter days, losing interest in just about everything? You could have seasonal affective disorder. More information and ways to combat SAD at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Proudly sponsored by Prosser Memorial Health, your 5-star rated hospital. This is how we care.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Now get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months or save up to $3,000 on the 2023 Nissan Rogue. Better hurry, these offers won't be back in stock.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back on this Monday morning. Well, yesterday the Seattle Seahawks traveled to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers, and there would be a new face under center for the Hawks as quarterback Drew Lock got his first start of the season. He would have his work cut out for him, though, as Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey have led the Niners to first place in the NFC West. That was the first play from scrimmage. While Lock would have a decent debut, connecting on 2 touchdowns and throwing for just under 300 yards, there wasn't much the Seattle defense could do to stop the Niners. The Niners would find the end zone in all 4 quarters, take the win 28-16, and extend the Seahawks' losing streak to 4 games. LSU's quarterback Jaden Daniels won the 2023 Heisman Award. The ceremony took place in New York City on Saturday. Daniels was one of 4 finalists in the running for the most coveted individual award in college football. The 22-year-old finished the season with more than 3,800 passing yards, 40 touchdowns, and only 4 interceptions. But he did end the season with 3 losses. He also added more than 1,100 rushing yards to go along with 10 touchdowns on the ground. Daniel joined LSU in 2022 after transferring out of Arizona State. He is one of only 5 players in SEC history with 50 total touchdowns in one season. Well, the Los Angeles Lakers won the NBA's inaugural in-season tournament. The game took place at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas on Saturday. The Lakers finished their undefeated run in the tournament with a 123-109 win over the Indiana Pacers. 38-year-old LeBron James was named the in-season tournament's MVP. Each player and coach for the Lakers is getting $500,000 each as a prize for the title. The runner-up Pacers will receive $200,000 each, and I'm just glad those bad floors are going away, my goodness. And when you're the son of the king, you naturally get a lot of attention as LeBron celebrated his in-season tournament win by attending his son's college basketball debut for USC. It was Bronny James's first competitive game since he, of course, suffered that cardiac arrest earlier this year. James came off the bench in the first half of Sunday's game, scoring 4 points in 16 minutes. USC lost the game 84-79 in overtime to Long Beach State. Coming up, Israeli forces claim they've killed 7,000 Hamas fighters since the war began, while over 18,000 Palestinians have died and nearly 85% of Gaza's population has reportedly been displaced. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Come see Kimberly Perry of the Grammy Award-winning trio The Band Perry live in concert. Friday, January 12th, Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish. Hear hits like If I Die Young and Better Dig 2, as well as new music from Kimberly's new solo EP, Super Bloom. Buy your tickets now at Ticketmaster and Legends Casino Gift Shop. Don't miss Kimberly Perry at Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish, Friday, January 12th.
Save big this Christmas with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book, posted at bimart.com. There's 20 pages of great store-wide savings, including everything you need for the holidays. At Bi-Mart, our members save more every day.
Before the tree was trimmed, before the stockings were hung, before the meals were prepared, and yes, even before Thanksgiving. Before the carols, bells, and lights all aglow, it was already home. At McCurley, we know it's the people, traditions, and memories that make this season bright. And that's why we're here. Because a vehicle is more than just a vehicle. It's also one of the ways you bring the holidays home.
Find your way home in a new, used, or certified pre-owned vehicle from Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities.
Give the gift of beautiful skin this season with skincare products from Prosser Memorial Health's Dermatology Center. Choose from a variety of dermatologist-approved products proven to fight the harsh winter cold, target fine lines and wrinkles, and treat acne. Give the gift of healthier skin this holiday with luxurious skincare products from the Dermatology Center. Order online today at prosserhealth.org. Happy holidays.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now, through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
The desperate situation in Gaza continues as new video shows Palestinians taking extreme measures in order to provide for themselves and their families. And the White House is preparing for Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's arrival as Congress remains in a funding bill standstill.
And a foggy start for some of our areas with average temperatures and more fog this week. I'll get you prepared in my first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Monday. Good morning, Riley.
Good morning, Jason. It certainly is a Monday.
It is a Monday where I'm getting ready for the day and for the week, and hope you are as well. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Again, I think it's the kiddos' last week of school before their holiday break, and that was always a special time for me.
It really is. It really is. I get to watch my husband, who's a teacher, and he gets to take a break as well, so he's just as thrilled as I think many of those students are.
Now, when you got books, when you went to high school, did you guys cover it with book book covers?
Yes.
Okay, and they were your own.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, I swear in October I would start the countdown to this break. So anyways, congrats, kids. You're almost there. Let's take a look outside. It's going to take the rest of us a little while to get to our holiday break, but that's all right. We're looking at a calm morning this morning. We do have a dense fog advisory for the Blues, for Ellensburg, for Hermiston. 0% visibility, less than a mile of visibility in Walla Walla. We have 10% visibility in Ellensburg, 40 to 50 for Hermiston and Pendleton. So give yourself some extra time, and fog will be sticking with us in our morning hours for the week ahead for many of our cities. Also, we're seeing very average temperatures. We're in the mid to lower 40s, maybe a couple upper 30s, but folks, we're going to be staying at these temperatures all this week. So light winds, foggy conditions. If the fog lifts, we'll see cloudy conditions. So not much variance in our week ahead. So cloudy and calm, AM fog, dry and foggy week ahead. Let me get you ready for your Monday and my first alert weather forecast that's coming up in about 10 minutes.
Now to the Israel-Hamas war. The World Health Organization cautions Gaza's healthcare system is collapsing and residents are desperate for food, water, and basic necessities. ABC's Justin Finch has the latest.
This morning, a desperate situation in Gaza. An official at the World Food Program warns there's not enough food. People are starving. Israeli forces now claim they've killed 7,000 Hamas fighters since the war began, but at a heavy cost. More than 18,000 Palestinians have died, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. And nearly 85% of Gaza's population has reportedly been displaced. Israel says it's doing what it can to protect civilians, but new videos are sparking criticism. An Israeli soldier is seen destroying a gift shop in Gaza, smashing snow globes and throwing toys. Israel promising to discipline those involved. In the meantime, Secretary of State Antony Blinken tells ABC's Martha Raddatz the U.S. is trying to lower civilian casualties, making sure Israel follows international law.
There's a gap between the intent and the results, and that's the gap that we're trying to make sure is closed.
Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Hamas says the United States is taking a, quote, immoral and inhumane position after the country vetoed the Gaza ceasefire draft resolution at the UN Security Council Friday. In a statement, a member of Hamas's political bureau accused the U.S. of direct participation with what he calls Israel's occupation in killing their people. The U.S. Deputy Ambassador to the UN, Robert Wood, says the vote against the resolution was because there was no mention of Hamas attacks.
Although the United States strongly supports a durable peace in which both Israelis and Palestinians can live in peace and security, we do not support this resolution's call for an unsustainable ceasefire that will only plant the seeds for the next war.
13 out of the 15 countries on the UN Security Council were in favor of the resolution. As you've just heard, the United States vetoed and the UK abstained. President Joe Biden is welcoming Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to the White House tomorrow, as Congress is in a stalemate over a funding package that does in part have money earmarked for Ukraine. Last week, President Biden said he's willing to make a compromise with the GOP on border security, but so far there's no sign of a deal. House Republicans are demanding the Senate negotiated deal be similar to the H.R. 2 bill that passed through the House earlier this year. Many Democrats, including the president, say that's a bridge too far. Ukrainian President Zelensky is meeting with President Joe Biden Tuesday. According to a White House statement, the two leaders are expected to discuss, quote, the vital importance of the United States' continued support at this critical moment. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
It's Monday morning. We have fog, we have cloudy conditions, and average temperatures to talk about for your Monday. Let me get you ready for your work week and my first alert weather forecast coming right up.
Plus, while it seems like AI is everywhere these days, research shows that one field in particular still needs a human's touch.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
It's Monday Night Football on Apple Valley News Now, as the Green Bay Packers head for New York to battle the Giants. The Packers, the Giants at 4:30. Then stay tuned for Apple Valley News Now prime time tonight.
During the holiday sale at Furniture Row, I could show you one sofa, one table, one mattress, even just one bed. But then you'd miss out on the hundreds of other sofas, tables, beds, mattresses, and accessories that make up Furniture Row's incredible selection and guaranteed lowest prices. And best of all, everything is on sale. Plus, 5 years, no interest financing. Shop the holiday sale today, only at Furniture Row.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $800.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
When it comes to your loved ones, you want the best care possible. Being home surrounded by the things you love is vital for quality of life. That's where affordable at-home care comes in. We offer personalized home care plans to fit your specific needs. And for all new customers, your first hour is always free. Our experienced, loving, and caring staff is dedicated to serving you. Call us today for a free consultation. At Affordable in Home Care, we do more than just visit.
Apple Valley News Now and Jacobs & Rhodes present the Ugly Furnace Contest. Your chance to win a brand new gas furnace. To enter, click on Contests at applevalleyNewsNow.com and follow the instructions. The Ugly Furnace Contest from Jacobs & Rhodes and Apple Valley News Now.
It's a small city with a big history, with one very unique house.
They're local artists, and they have transformed their home into an amazing reflector art display.
Ellensburg, Fly the Northwest, Tuesday on KatKVU Local News at 6.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Well, doctors and medical personnel will probably want to stay away from using artificial intelligence for medical advice. Researchers at Long Island University posed 39 real-life medication-related queries to the free version of ChatGPT. The study found that ChatGPT provided accurate responses to only about 10 of the questions. For the other 29 prompts, the answers were incomplete or inaccurate, or they didn't even address the questions.
Sounds like my group of friends. Interestingly, when researchers asked for scientific sourcing for answers, the platform fabricated references and citations in some cases. A spokesperson for OpenAI, the organization that develops ChatGPT, says it advises users not to rely on responses as a substitute for professional medical advice or treatment. I find it alarming that it is lying.
Very alarming. And hopefully people are not going to ChatGPT to find medical advice.
Who taught it to lie?
Unsure.
Yeah, yikes. Quick look outside, no lying. We're seeing fog out there and cool temperatures. I'll get you ready for your Monday. Let me get your week started in my first alert weather forecast coming right up.
A deadly storm system rampages through the south, leaving at least 6 dead, including 2 children. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Indulge in Legends Casino's seafood buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. And with a lunch special starting as low as $10.49 for a 2-topping Pee-wee pizza and a medium drink, why go anywhere else? Delicious, mouth-watering food with only the freshest ingredients. It's lunchtime and I'm going to Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now, through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Did you know Ustria Health has 3 full-time board-certified orthopedic surgeons? Pain in your hands, knees, hips, or shoulders can reduce your quality of life. Orthopedic doctors repair bone, joint, ligament, and tendon injuries, which can relieve debilitating pain. Our surgeons treat tendonitis and carpal tunnel, repair broken bones and fractures, and replace painful, worn-out joints, putting you back in motion. Ustria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Now get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months or save up to $3,000 on the 2023 Nissan Rogue. Better hurry. These offers won't be back in stock.
Sprinkle holiday magic into your home with Meredith Furniture's festive collection. Our enchanting designs, just like Santa's little elves, create the perfect atmosphere for joy and togetherness. From cozy sofas to elegant dining sets, each piece brings the spirit of the season to life. Make this Christmas truly unforgettable with Meredith Furniture.
From our family to yours,
Merry Christmas!
Monday Online, Mark is here.
I am?
We meet Mark Wahlberg from The Family Plan. Plus, Jeffrey Wright.
There are so many of my favorites here. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Hope you had a wonderful weekend as well. Seeing a little bit of light starting to bleed in. Sunrise at 7:30 or around it for most of our cities. So we do have the winter solstice coming next week. That will suddenly, well, that's the shortest day of the year. We'll suddenly start to get more sun than less sun that we're getting right now. So that's something to look forward to next week. We are looking at much less precipitation, just the last vestiges of what we saw over the weekend. Over the blues, that is moving along. And for our future cast, we're going to see quite a bit of cloudy conditions, especially today into your Tuesday. Maybe a little bit of clearing as we get into late Tuesday into Wednesday, but still ample cloud coverage out there. So you're going to be seeing either fog or cloud coverage as we move along in the next couple of days, if not for the week ahead. We have a dense fog advisory for Kittitas Valley area, also along the blues, and for Hermiston. So give yourself a little extra time this morning. We have 0% visibility in Walla Walla. That's less than a mile. 10% visibility in Hermiston. 40 to 50% between Hermiston and Pendleton. If I didn't say it, 10% in Ellensburg. So as we're moving along in our morning, give yourself some extra time, some thick fog out there. Now, we're not taking a hit on our air quality yet, but with conditions coming up, I don't see much air freshening on the way. So do be ready for a bit of air quality issues. So wind speeds, we are looking at a bit of wind between Hermiston and Pendleton. That's probably keeping it from getting too foggy in those areas. But we expect light winds for the next couple of days, if not into the weekend itself. And that's going to keep us foggy. And again, we're going to keep a close eye on the air quality issues. So if you are susceptible, do be aware we could see some popping up as soon as today. So our current temperatures, we're above the freezing level across the board. Our cool spot 33 in Ellensburg. Do get ready, though, for cooling temperatures, especially as we get to the latter part of this week. Now, our temperature trend, we are right around our average for all of our areas. So for the week ahead, Again, a little bit cooler by our weekend, but we're in the lower 40s to upper 30s for the next 7 days at least, and that might continue well into our next work week, again, as we're nearing Christmas in, again, a little over 2 weeks. Actually, it is on a Monday, so it is, what is it, 2 weeks from today? That we have got, it is 2 weeks from today, my goodness. So it is a fortnight away for Christmas. So for our highs today, we are in the mid to lower 40s across the board. So get ready for what you see is what you get, either foggy or cloudy conditions today, maybe a little bit of clearing as we move along into Wednesday. So Yakima, you're looking at the lower 40s across the board. Again, fog, clouds, overnight lows around or below that freezing mark. In the Tri-Cities area, lower 40s through the weekend, and right around that freezing mark as well. A little warmer in our overnight period tonight. In Walla Walla, same story. So for today, you're going to see either fog or cloudy conditions this morning. That will continue for the week ahead with average temperatures. Again, folks, give yourself some extra time, especially where that dense fog advisory is in Ellensburg, along the Blues, and in Hermiston.
A storm system that brought deadly tornadoes in the south is now triggering flood alerts in much of the Northeast, from New York to Boston and northern New England. And now we're learning just how destructive those storms were over the weekend. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert.
This morning, the powerful storm system that spawned deadly tornadoes across the south is hitting the Northeast, dumping up to 6 inches of rain from New York City to Boston and up to 5 inches of snow in higher elevations of the interior Northeast.
In the wake of it, cold air oozing in, and well, that's what's going to change that rain to snow for all as we go into the overnight hours or through the overnight hours. And in the wake of this storm, we'll get a little bit of lake effect.
In Tennessee, at least 6 people are dead, including 2 children. A mother and her 2-year-old son were killed when the storm hit these mobile homes. At least 26 tornadoes were reported across the region Saturday and Sunday, packing winds up to 150 miles per hour. The storm's causing tens of thousands of power outages, this fireball erupting at a power station outside Nashville. And this picture shows the damage at a different substation.
I heard behind me it sounded like a freight train.
Luke Dill says a tornado approached his home in Clarksville, Tennessee, as he was putting his son into his car seat.
I look up in the sky, and the entire sky across the street is just spinning. And I'm looking at it, and the wind is picking up. I can see the debris starting to fly. I pulled my son out as fast as I could. We ran inside, my 2 sons and my wife and I. We jumped in the bathroom, and then we just started praying to Jesus.
More than 360 homes and buildings are badly damaged or destroyed. A twister slammed into this Nashville church with dozens of people inside. Some suffered broken bones and legs.
We get to say good morning to our loved ones again.
In North Carolina, a tornado tore down trees near Raleigh, damaging homes in this neighborhood. And at the North Carolina State women's basketball game, rainwater began leaking onto the court, resulting in a 20-minute delay. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a new warning about holiday gift card scams.
They heat up these envelopes to where they can open them as carefully as they can, remove the card, and actually cut the top of the card off.
The latest incident in California, prompting officers to take to social media, showing local residents how the scam works and what to look out for.
We wanted to give you guys the info so you don't fall victim to the scam as well.
Nicole Randall from Ohio says in 2021, she bought her husband a $100 Amazon gift card for Christmas. But when they opened the packaging, the card was cut in half.
They make just the tiniest little slit in the side that you have no idea.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the expert guidance you need to keep those holiday gift cards safe from scammers. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing. in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic for asthma.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:54. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. Governor Inslee was in the Tri-Cities Friday as the 2024 legislative session is set to get underway. The governor started his visit in Richland with a closed-door meeting with a company working on creating a plant they're hoping will provide more environmentally friendly fertilizer. He then stopped at a roundtable in Kennewick focused on battling drug addiction. He finished at WSU Tri-Cities to take a look at their research in creating environmentally friendly jet fuel. About a dozen men who were placed in foster care as boys in the 70s and 80s have settled with the state of Washington for millions of dollars. They were sent to a group home in Pend Oreille County called J Bar D Ranch, where boys were abused, raped, and tortured by staff members and sometimes each other. The whistleblower John Secker was sent to the ranch at 12 years old, and when he was 15 years old, he helped shut it down. Now he's making the state pay for the abuse he and so many others endured. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office is still on the hunt for an attacker they say assaulted a woman in East Wenatchee. The Sheriff's Office released the description of her possible attacker. The Sheriff's Office says the man was wearing dark clothes along with blue gloves and a balaclava or ski mask that covered most of his face. Detectives say they have evidence of an assault as well, and if anyone has any information about the assault, call the Chelan County Sheriff's Office. This year, Hanford High School created a new approach to connect with every senior before winter break to find out their plans for post-high school life. The Falcon Flight Planning brings in people from the district and the school to share information that helps students navigate the options they're considering. Every on-campus senior at Hanford went in on Friday for a quick 10-minute conversation with someone from the district or school to do some reflection and goal setting.
Aha. Good Monday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying it so far and hope you had a great weekend. Seeing first light coming on in. Still quite a ways away from sunrise, but we do look at quite a bit of cloudy conditions or foggy conditions as we move along in our morning hours. We saw the last bit of shower activity kind of come to an end along the blues, and we expect dry conditions for the week ahead. We do have a dense fog advisory through noon today. Blue Mountain region, Hermiston area, and Ellensburg. And here's our visibility. We have 0% visibility under a mile in Walla Walla. It looks like it's under a quarter of a mile. We have 10% or a mile visibility in Ellensburg. So keep an eye out for fog, patchy fog through most of our areas. Air quality not taking a hit, but we do expect to see worsening air quality as we're having light winds continue throughout our areas. And that is going to be good through the weekend. So air quality should be taking a hit as there's just nothing to freshen our air, so stagnant air could be an issue. Our current temperatures, we are above the freezing level across the board. We are going to see cooling temperatures in our morning hours as we move along into our weekend. Could see some dense freezing fog on the way since we'll be below the freezing mark starting, if not tonight, the next night. Tuesday night into Wednesday. Here's our highs today. We're in the mid to lower 40s for Yakima, Toppenish, Ellensburg. Over in the mid-Columbia, mid to lower 40s. And our hot spot is Pendleton at 45. Mid to lower 40s to upper 30s for your week ahead. You'll either see clouds or foggy conditions this morning. Riley.
Thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next.